Welcome back to Cosmic Kickback, the galaxy's favorite talk show. My name is Josh. With me, as always, is my co-host, Nick.
Greetings.
Okay, Nick, we're talking update. This is good news.
Yeah.
There's an update on the writer's strike. We're a little late on this.
Yeah, it happened maybe a week or two ago.
Yeah, but I mean, it's, as you said, it's still currently, they're still discussing it.
Yes,
but
it's still in negotiation, but they've reached kind of a tentative agreement about what the writers have wanted.
Yes. So it's sounding like we got a good ending.
I know, hopefully. We got the good timeline.
Imagine if like last minute the studios are like, hold up.
Actually, nah.
I'm out.
I mean,
for that reason, I'm out.
It seems like for the longest time, studios were kind of wanting to just like wait it out because they were like, oh, we know these people are going to have to work eventually.
Yeah.
And we already know that writers and stuff don't get paid enough. So it's like they're already, I mean, I'm not saying every writer is like pushing almost being into poverty, but you have to work, you know, like you got to make money for whatever your career is.
That's true.
But yeah, it's looked like the SAG-AFTRA has kind of taken into account what the unionized people wanted. I think it was like a 99% vote. They all kind of voted to be like, yes, this is what we want. So I don't know. There's like 1%.
There's one dude out there that's like, hell no.
Yeah. Nah, dude. He didn't agree.
But I mean, it seems like it's gonna go through, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But I mean, that leaves what the actors are still on strike currently.
Yeah. So when I heard this news, I was like, oh great, you know, stuff is still gonna be made. But so much stuff got pushed to next year, like Gladiator, Dune 2, Aquaman. Who I almost said who gives a shit, but that's not like a
wait. Aquaman's still here though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, for now.
Yeah. It could have gotten pushed back.
Didn't we get a trailer for it finally?
Yeah, we talked about it in the past episode.
We did. Okay, yeah.
I was listening. It was the TMNT review. We brought up the Aquaman.
Yeah, we did. I know you hype.
Maybe. But when I first heard about this, I was like, oh wow, I feel like a lot of movies that were already finished. What is that movie coming out with Aaron Taylor Johnson?
Craven.
That got pushed back. It was supposed to come out this year, I think this month, and it got pushed back 6 months because of this strike.
That's wild.
Do you think studios are regretting that, or you think they're sticking with it, or like, damn, maybe we should? Can you unannounce pushing a movie back? Like,
you definitely can, but I think they did it. Did they do it directly because of the strike?
I don't know if it was because of that or
is it just ass?
I don't know. I don't know if it happened because of the writer's strike or the actor's strike. Because when the actor's strike happens, you know, if you go to a red carpet premiere to promote your movies, such as like say Blue Beetle, that didn't have a red carpet premiere.
Yeah, there was no promotion from the actors.
It looks like you're not standing in solidarity, so it kind of discourages people to promote their movie.
Yeah, so there's been like no promotion from actors that are part of. Is it SAG-AFTRA?
No, that's the Screen Actors.
What is the
Guild.
one for the actors?
I don't know, but there's two separate like legions.
Yeah, there's one for writers, one for actors. Basically, the actors, members of that, and just a lot of actors in general have been not doing promotion because of that. So because of that, I think that's a big reason why a lot of movies recently that have came out probably have not done as well at the box office. Like we saw it up for Blue Beetle.
Yeah,
I definitely think with promotion from the actors that had the potential to garner some more people, because that movie leans heavy with like representation from the Spanish culture, Mexican culture and all that. So I think with the actors leaning into that and people seeing that, there could have been potential viral moments, potential stuff that made people want to go out and see it.
Yeah.
Same thing for TMNT. I don't think the kids got to do any promotion for it.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, that probably would have been fun. They probably could have done some cool creative things. Yeah. They could have made people want to go see it. There's like a lot of stuff like that. So I think maybe it's possible that Sony was like, oh damn, Craven, like we're not going to get any promotion. We saw what happened to Blue Beetle and all that just recently. Like, let's push it back.
Yeah. Okay, so SAG-AFTRA is the Screen Actors Guild.
So I was correct.
Guild? Like, when have you ever heard that movie?
Guild.
Oh, join my guild.
Dude, wait, what?
Like, I think of Skyrim.
I think of video games, yeah. Like,
I think of,
you
like,
trying to get in my
RuneScape.
guild? You trying to join
Warcraft.
my guild, bro?
And then WGA, which I think is the Writers Guild of America.
Yeah,
so
it is.
It's WGA, SAG-AFTRA.
Okay.
SAG is for the actors.
Okay. They be sagging.
They be Bob Saget. I I mean, yeah, this is good news. Hopefully, a lot of stuff that got pushed back to next year is now just going to be written.
Yeah.
So you can really expect for this kind of rest of the year, like the fall season, for reruns, stuff that we've already seen. Like nothing new is still going to come out besides
what's already been announced.
Napoleon's coming out. I'm excited for that.
The Marvels is coming out.
I'm not excited for that.
You ain't rocking a Brie?
I'm just not rocking with Marvel. I'm very picky. Loki, I'm excited for. We talked about this.
Oh yeah, first episode just came out.
I'm hyped. Maybe I'll watch it after this.
As of recording this, the first episode came out.
We could watch it.
Honestly, there's some decent stuff still coming out. Loki's coming out right now. Gen V. We talked about that. The Boys spinoff.
Yeah.
The Invincible season 2 is coming later this month.
Yeah. I think
we still eating.
I'm kind of. I think I'm kind of just leaning towards like the smaller like superhero franchises, that aren't
I feel you. Yeah.
bigger than the eye can see. Like Invincible, literally you can watch a special in the first season and be into it. Maybe even read the comics if you really want to.
I'm honestly kind of worried about the Marvels, like since we brought it up.
Word.
Well, because it's currently has, and it will have, it's been confirmed, it has the shortest runtime out of any MCU movie. So it's the shortest one, any single one of them. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad. But if you've seen the trailer, I feel like it gives me way too much. Like, I feel like I know what the movie's going to be already.
It looks like they team up and then just end up fighting each other.
To me, it looks like they find out... it's like there's a line of dialogue in the trailer where one of them literally says, like, oh, my power, I have the power to this, you have the power to that, you have the power to this.
Yeah.
And when we use our powers, we teleport places.
Yeah.
And then there's a picture of them fighting some villain. So I feel like I literally know what's going to happen. Like they're going to realize their powers are messing up and then they're going to
come Dr. Doom.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, and what made me even less confident is I think it was the director. They said like, oh, we wanted to do something different like than any other MCU movie, so that we just made it as wacky and like crazy as possible. So when I heard like wacky and goofy as like descriptors, I was like, oh, bruh.
It sounds like they don't know what the fans want. Like Ant-Man came out, people called it way too wacky and goofy. It's just like, damn, like how disconnected can they be?
I mean, I don't. It's not like. Oh, because it's weird because we get something like Loki, and then we get something like this.
And then we get something like Werewolf by Night.
That's true.
And then we get like Ant-Man 3.
Yeah, so we don't, I mean, and we get Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Like there's some heat that they still be cooking. They can cook every now and then. It's like they got shifts. It's like.
We get some She-Hulk.
It's like they got one meal, like they got me cooking. I'm cooking up that nice steak, filet mignon.
Yeah.
And then we got Nick on the grill. Dude's got the grease.
No, we get grease.
We get Jaden on the grill, and Jaden's cooking like our boy Jaden. I don't know what he's cooking, bro.
I've never seen him cook. Actually, I saw him make like fried rice once.
I saw him. He cooked a steak for me once, and it was well done. It was well done to hell
in a bad way.
Yeah.
Oh, like it was too hard.
It was like, where did you cook it too long?
You cooked the shit out of it.
And he was like, damn, bro, I didn't know the steak was that thin. And I was like, my brother,
dude,
you
literally
picked the
each
steak.
side is like a minute. Like you flip it, like each. Like,
don't take that long.
Like a minute or 3.
If you have a nice heated skillet, it doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
Get that nice char, and then just when you take it off, it still cooks for a little bit because it's hot. You know, take it off, let it rest, finish cooking.
I like mine with some red in the middle.
I do too. I like a good medium rare, somewhere in that range.
Medium rare, you're right.
Anyway,
we were talking about the Marvels. We were talking about how it's good shit and bad shit.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna see the Marvels.
I mean, this podcast was founded on our hype for like Infinity War.
Damn it.
And Endgame. So like that was
it's
like
getting exhausting. It's like watching Marvel fans like get less and less interested.
I think it's like a graph where you get really hyped for something and then you drop down because something else is made, and then it's like a rise and fall.
It's like a stock exchange. Like
it's like that.
It's
dude,
inconsistent.
What's the name of that one dude who? It's like a myth. One of the gods punished him to push a boulder up a hill.
Oh my god!
For eternity, just for it to fall down.
Was it Atlas?
It might be. Atlas holds the world on his shoulders. I don't know. I can't think of the thing. But if I could
got you right now,
that would have been a really funny joke if you understood it.
Okay, my bad. Sisyphus. He was condemned to roll a rock up to a top of a mountain, only to have it roll back down every time he reaches the top.
Yeah, and he got to push it back up.
What the fuck? It's supposed to be a perceiving an eternity of labor, and it's supposed to be a punishment.
I mean, well, that's what we're doing with Marvel right now.
Yeah, we're like, oh, we're getting hype,
and then it just drops.
Falls.
Marvel's
they dropped the ball. Yeah. They literally dropped the ball.
Hey, but on the bright side, I'm hoping that James Gunn's DC universe.
Oh yeah, that's.
I hope it goes hard so much to where like Marvel needs to up their game.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh shit, like we're getting beat at our thing. Like we gotta do something.
I sound biased, but I think Superman Legacy is going to be incredible.
I think it will be too. I don't want to hype it up too much, but it's looking.
I think it's in good hands.
It is in good hands for sure. Anyway, what else we got to talk about? Oh, we were talking about the actors strike. Basically, the actors strike. I don't know how long it's going to go off for. I mean, the writers, we know they're currently like, it seems like they're about to reach a final deal. They're about to figure it out.
Yeah. The thing with all of this is AI has been like a big question.
That's the big thing. Yeah.
They've been saying that like actors are thinking they're going to be out of a job because AI is going to come and take, I guess, like creative
it's because it's
ability
cheaper.
Away. Yeah. Like they've already said that they've been using AI to like help write just some scripts and stuff. But if you've ever have you ever used like ChatGPT or anything?
I have.
Like, for school. I have too. Like I've asked it to like turn explain a topic to me like I'm 5. Like I've used it as like a secondhand like
put
assistant.
It in layman's terms.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you ever like ask it to make a story or something, like it's very superficial and you can tell when it's a robot.
Yeah, you can. The best, honestly, like the thing for the writers, I'm sure I've heard that they have protections against AI.
Yeah.
In the thing that they're currently about to sign or whatever.
Yeah.
I think for actors, the big thing is also AI. I think what they need to get protection against is 2 things. I would say it's streaming, because they don't get any residuals for streaming. They do for TV, but TV's like been on its way out for years. Yeah. Not many people still watch it above the age of like 30.
Yeah.
For sure. But they need protection against that, or they need like some type of residual of streaming. They got to figure out how that works. And then I think they need to protect against like AI, because I've heard that a lot of actors were saying like people that are like on the Guild, because you can be on the Guild. A lot of people on the Guild, they're not like giant names. Like the people that are like really rich and like get A-list roles, like those people,
yeah,
they're fine, they're chilling. But it's mostly the people on the Guild that are like extras, like side characters. Like there's actors out there that you don't know their name, but you've probably seen them multiple times in supporting roles in like multiple films, that they just look like an everyday person. Like they play the waiter that, you know, hands someone a coffee. They play like the quick little side character, you know, little roles like that, you know, supporting roles. And those people, they're not all millionaires, of course. They're not all rich. Those people, I've heard that stories of people saying that they were called in by pretty much every big studio you can think of for a 1 day's job. So like they get a check for a couple $100, and then they're like, all right, we're going to scan your entire body and face, and like we own it now. And they're just going to throw them in like the background, so they don't got to pay them for that. They can just put it in AI and throw it on a body.
Yeah, it's really weird, man. It's like
how do they think that'd be okay? People are going to be like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and also, how do they think people are going to feel about it? Like,
there's no way.
I wouldn't go see Barbie 2 or 3 if Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling were just computerly generated into it.
Yeah,
like, I'm not supporting them.
I agree.
I'm just supporting some like soulless piece of shit, like, for the lack of a better term.
So I think they need protection against those 2 things, and I'm sure there's other stuff too. But if they get those 2 things, I think they're on a good way.
Yeah. So I hope it all comes to fruition. I know the animators at Disney and a couple other companies were talking about unionizing, so we might be in for another like 6 months, man.
Damn. The VFX artist.
Yeah, and I'm scared because Spider-Verse, bro.
That's definitely delayed. I think they already said it. I think
I'm gonna shoot myself.
It was gonna be like about a year from the like end of the last one. I think it's gonna be like,
and the way it ended too, man. It ended on a fucking cliffhanger.
It's gonna be, I think, not just, when did it come out? Like May?
April? June 2nd.
So it was gonna be like what, like next May or June when it came out, when Beyond was gonna come out. It's probably gonna be 2025.
No, don't say that, bro.
I don't think it's coming out. I don't think it's coming out next year. Hey, you know what is coming out next year though? Season 2 of House of the Dragon.
Oh, thank God, bro.
Yep, it's back, my boy.
I'm excited for that.
I'm so hyped for that.
That's the only thing keeping me going.
Yeah, that and I heard Batman too.
Yeah, I heard there was going to be a Jon Snow show that was going to be made, but
yeah, there was rumors on that, but I guess we won't even know until these strikes are done, because that hasn't begun anything.
Wasn't also Kit Harington supposed to be in that Blade film? Or they were supposed to be like a dark...
He plays Black Knight or Dark Knight something.
I think it's Black Knight. Dark Knight sounds weird.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It's he was at the end of the Eternals. He was gonna be in he is gonna be in Blade.
Yeah.
But Blade has been Blade is it even gonna come out?
I don't know. I feel like we talked about it 2 years ago.
We did.
We talked about it at San Diego Comic-Con. Mahershala Ali came out with the hat.
It sucks because that's a great casting. I think that's actually insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows if that's going to even happen, because I heard the original script wasn't good, and then the original director dropped out from creative differences. Now they're like they had a whole new group of people rewriting it, but with the writer's strike, I'm sure that put everything on hold, and now the actor's strike, it's on hold as well. So who even knows when that's going to be greenlit and like in active production?
That fucking sucks, dude. Mahershala Ali's been waiting.
Oh yeah, bro. He's gonna be like aged out of the role by the time they're ready.
He's 49.
Damn.
Right now it says Blade. Like I look up the movie, it says 2025.
So it's been pushed.
Release
back.
date February 4th, Valentine's Day 2025.
It was gonna come out like this year, I think. It was supposed to originally. Damn, that's wild. Imagine a world where it came out this year.
I believe it's changed directors because
it has.
This director, he's only done 2 movies.
The other director dropped out
because of creative differences.
Yeah. Damn,
this is gonna be shit.
I mean, hopefully not. We're gonna see.
Marvel, I feel like they've just been shooting themselves in the foot a lot.
I think what they're doing is they got Disney Plus, and then they were thinking like they're doing too much.
Disney probably put pressure on them.
I think so.
And they talk about like having less
is more.
Quantity and more quality.
Yeah. I think they've learned their lesson, hopefully.
I know. And
they're going to begin to slowly... I mean, what happened? Why were we getting a show about Echo?
I know. I don't care about that.
I heard Daredevil's going to be in it.
I don't...
So that's the only thing that would make me watch it, but just give me a Daredevil show instead. Then.
Yeah, I would much rather have a Daredevil show than watch... It's not even... I don't care.
If the show has, it seems like they're making stuff just to make stuff.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make something, there needs to be like you need to make it not just for the sake of making it. You got to tell a story. There needs to be a theme. There needs to be like, I need to get something out of it as an audience member.
Yeah.
Anyway, want to do the weekly watches?
Let's talk about. I'm just mad now.
Yeah, I know.
Shitting on Marvel.
Let's see. What have we been watching recently, Nick?
Dude? Yeah. I'm so happy about this part. So we haven't done one in a minute.
It's been like a couple months.
Yeah, couple months.
Yeah.
So my weekly watches. How far back are you going?
I'm not gonna do everything, like every single one.
I see a couple reviews on here that we've done.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll probably skip ones that we've have active like reviews for.
Yeah.
And I'll just do ones we haven't reviewed that like either was my first time watch on a good movie or something like that.
Okay.
Or something interesting. What we've been doing.
Yeah.
All right, Nick. You wanna start us off?
Yeah, so a couple things I've been watching. This is kind of just near the end of August.
Okay.
I watched Pineapple Express.
Okay.
I saw this movie Upgrade. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I have heard of it.
It's by Blumhouse Photos. It was pretty good. Like this dude gets like a AI chip to help him walk again because his wife gets into a car crash and like they get robbed pretty much. And so like he goes from some dude who can't walk and now he has like a robot. It's kind of like Iron Man without the suit.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I watched a couple Black Mirror episodes. I watched White Bear. I watched Beyond the Sea.
Okay.
It's really fucked up. And then I watched this movie called Nocturnal Animals. It's really good. It has Jake Gyllenhaal in it and Aaron Taylor Johnson and Michael Shannon, who plays
They got everybody.
I know, yeah. I like Michael Shannon a lot.
Yeah, he's good.
And that's just going into September. Then I watched 2001: A Space Odyssey. That was really good.
Yep.
I watched Interstellar, which was crazy. Like I hadn't seen it in a minute, but seeing it again, it was really good.
Interstellar
I really
is a classic,
appreciated
bro.
it.
That goes so hard.
Then I watched some Kubrick films. I watched Doctor Strangelove. I watched Heat, Michael Mann's Heat. That was very good actually. It's been a while since I've seen like a De Niro, Al Pacino movie. I guess since The Irishman.
The Irishman,
like they had a really good performance.
That shit was
both of
long
them.
as hell.
The Irishman, yeah,
long movie.
I think the new movie that's coming out that Scorsese's doing is going to be like
It's like 3.5 hours.
I know. Shit. They gotta have intermissions, bro.
Yeah, they gotta bring it back.
When
honestly.
I saw 2001: A Space Odyssey, I had an intermission.
Yeah,
and it was really refreshing. Bro.
I was like, oh,
I was able to like walk around, kind of wake
vibe,
up.
I can go pee.
Yeah, yeah. I hate stepping out. I saw Batman Begins, A Clockwork Orange.
Oh, we were in the same showing for that.
Yeah, we were.
At Batman Begins. We didn't
the
even
Batman
know.
Begins. It was good, bro. It's it's a pretty fire intro.
It is.
But what have you been watching?
All right, let me see here.
Yeah,
Nick.
anything significant, you know?
I got
favorites?
you. Okay, so a couple things. I'm going all the way back to this is my last entry in July.
Okay.
I have to mention this. I don't tell me if I mentioned this before because I don't think I did, but if I did, I'll just jump to August.
Okay.
I saw Whiplash for the first time ever.
Really?
I had never seen Whiplash. I watched it.
You did mention that.
I watched it. I might have, but
isn't it so good?
It's very good.
Dude, when he forgets the drumsticks and he's like on the phone and he's like on his way back.
Dude, it's so good.
He's like, fucking wait for it. And he gets like into a car. That was such a good
part,
dude.
My
Remember?
God.
Like it's out of nowhere.
Yeah. And
then he still gets out the car and he's still.
Yeah, I've been doing the same thing, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It's like me on the way to school.
In August, I saw Hacksaw Ridge for the first time.
Ooh.
That's another.
Is that good?
It's really good. You haven't seen it?
I think it won an Academy Award.
I think it did too, or at least got nominated for one.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. And I finally saw Bullet Train.
Oh, you've never seen it?
I had never seen it. I saw Bullet Train.
That movie is so fucking funny, bro.
It took me like a minute to get into it, like to the vibe, because it has a vibe. It definitely is like made a certain way.
Yeah.
But once I was into it, I feel like it's a really good movie with your boys.
Yeah.
Like I think I would have probably liked it more watching it with like you guys than by myself. But I still once I got into it, I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
Let's see. A couple rewatches. I mean, I saw have you seen Annihilation?
No.
Natalie Portman movie. I saw that for the first time. It was pretty interesting. It was better than I expected, actually.
Yeah, I've heard that movie a lot of good things about it.
Hey, you should see
the premise seems really interesting.
You should watch it. It'll definitely make you think.
Yeah.
I watched Strays. It's a
Oh yeah. How was that?
It was Will Ferrell and what's his name?
5 stars?
It's not 5-star.
Is Kevin Hart in it?
No, it's not Kevin Hart. It's Jamie Foxx.
Oh, I'm thinking of League of Super Pets.
Oh yeah,
I actually watched that.
I saw it too.
It's good.
Dwayne Johnson plays Crypto.
He's like, I am Crypto.
And then in the post-credit scene, he also plays Black Adam and Black Adam's dog. So Dwayne Johnson voices 3 people in that movie.
What the fuck? He just can't stop inserting his his dick in everything, bro. I need to be in that.
Yeah. He's like, just make me the voice.
Did you hear? This is off topic. He recently came back to WWE.
I did with
and
John
there's a
Cena,
video
right?
of like John Cena, like they both kind of just come up face to face, and they're like, it looks like they kind of got beef, but then they zap each other.
I see you want to smile, and he just said, I saw The Revenant for the first time.
Ooh, how was that?
Have you seen it?
No.
Ah, Nick, bro.
Doesn't he get like his son?
That's the one with the bear.
Yeah. That's the one that Leo won an Oscar for.
Yeah, his first ever one. It was actually really good. Like, I'm not even joking. It's not what I expected. I thought it was just going to be about like a bear. Like, cause that's what everyone's.
He thought it was Cocaine Bear.
I thought it was him a guy hunting a bear and then he's just trying to survive.
What the fuck?
That's what I thought it was about.
I know I think he's like a pioneer. And his kid's like Indian.
He's half Indian, yeah.
And I think his kid dies. And he goes to get revenge.
I won't say.
I know I don't know shit.
Tom Hardy's in it.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's in it.
He has a fucked up hairline.
They fucked him up.
They fucked his shit up, bro.
Damn.
It's a really good movie, though. I actually recommend it.
Okay, yeah.
And then, I know you hype for this, bro. I ended August with 2 back-to-back bangers. On the 30th of August, I watched Slaughterhouse.
Oh, my God.
We talked about this a couple months back, briefly.
Give me the review. Quick rundown.
I gave it 2.5 stars.
Yeah, read me the whole thing. Actually.
I said this might be the best movie of 2023. No, I was fucking with it. I said, movie's funny and unserious. I wish it was as insane throughout the whole thing. The last half of the movie's hilarious, while the first half is about as bad as you'd expect. But I knew what I was getting into when I went to see this. Yeah, it's exactly what you expect, except it gets fucking dumb and insane in the latter half. I wish it was that insane throughout because it does a slow burn. Where it's kind of like, it's already kind of dumb because it's a sloth. But like once the sloth starts going crazy, they just go like it jacks someone's car at some point and it's like speeding. Yeah. That's like There's a part where someone tries to stab it and it like does the splits and dodges the knife.
What the fuck?
It's so fucking funny, bro.
Man, I know we shit on stuff that's bad, but there's a difference between like being a prestigious studio and putting out something bad, and there's something else about just being like a writer that makes like some shit to make it.
This is like a campy movie.
Yeah,
like this is like what I liked it. Like
it balances out Hollywood, bro. You need stuff like this, like a Cocaine Bear.
And then the next day I watched Old Boy.
Oh damn!
This is came out in 2003. This is the original one.
I've heard some crazy.
Came out of like I think South Korea.
Yeah.
Really good. Really
I've always
good.
seen posts about that hallway fight, how it was like
one take, and it's actually, dude, it's so cool. And what was cool, I didn't know they did this. The director, I guess he had done like an interview because this was like the 20th anniversary of it. That's why it came back to studio or to theaters. After the movie and the credits ended, there was a little interview with him, and he was like talking and answering questions on the screen. Not there, that would have been cool. Yeah. But there were some things he talked about the hallway scene, and he talked about how originally when they were practicing it, the choreography for it, the actor was like extremely tired after. He was like saying like, hey, don't give it all you got in this practice run. He's like, because you're going to be tired when we film it. But then after he even doing that, like not full strength or full anything, he was still tired because it's so long.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And he said that watching him, the director watching the actor, seeing how tired he was like, oh shit, I think that like makes it better. And he's like, I didn't like anticipate or think about when writing it, like how people would actually get tired if they had to do all this.
Yeah.
So then he was like, you know what? Get tired. He's like, then we filming. And then like he made everybody, like when you watch it, like you can tell by the end of it, they're like exhausted. And it's like, it actually, dude, it's really good.
Like it adds to it.
Yeah, it does.
That's pretty grounded. I like that.
And the movie has like an insane twist. Like it's, dude, if someone did that to me, bro, holy shit.
Well, I know from like the log line, he's like been locked in a room for like a minute.
He has
like 2 decades.
Yeah.
And they let him out.
They let him out, and then you find out
why the fuck is he in the room. I need to know, bro. Like,
dude, you have to see this movie.
Like, did he grow up in the room? Was he like, what did he do in the room?
We're gonna find out. It's a good movie, really good.
I should watch that.
You should. You definitely should.
Sweet. Old Boy. Okay.
And then I also watched a lot of Kubrick in September.
Nice.
Kubrick movies.
Very nice.
I saw 2001: Space Odyssey as well.
Nice.
I saw all of these were for the first time, besides The Shining. I had seen The Shining before.
I think that's the first movie I ever saw by him.
The Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I saw 2001: A Space Odyssey. I saw Full Metal Jacket. I watched. Let's see. I saw. Where is it? A Clockwork Orange. I saw Lolita. And then I finished it off with The Shining again. Okay. So I didn't see everything. There's still some ones I want to see. I really want to see Barry Lyndon.
Barry Lyndon.
Yeah, I've heard that's really good.
Yeah, I watched a documentary actually about. It's called Film Worker, and it's about pretty much Stanley Kubrick's right hand man, who pretty much like was on him with every project. This dude worked till he was fucking like, he gave him everything, bro. Damn. And that movie, he has like a supporting role.
Oh, that's cool.
His name is Leon Vitali. That's his name. I had to remember it.
I forgot to mention, I also saw Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, dude, is it crazy?
It's pretty good.
Is there dick?
Dick?
Is there butt? Is there? It's about sex. Like it's like a secret sex society. It gives me Illuminati vibes.
You gotta see it, bro.
I know Tom Cruise is in it. I like Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. It's kind of crazy seeing Tom Cruise in a Kubrick movie.
Yeah.
Like it feels so weird. He died before this movie came out.
Yeah. A lot of people were thinking that.
Oh, you gonna go into conspiracy theory mode?
Yeah. So Epstein. Nah.
Epstein was actually the executive producer on this movie.
I feel like now, like thinking. Like how many people you've seen, like politicians, celebrities that have been exposed for like grooming and stuff like that. Like this movie maybe wasn't that far off. I haven't seen it, but I know like Tom Cruise is like trying to get something. Like I think his wife says like she fantasizes about sleeping with dudes, and so he joins a sex society. It's so weird. Like I want to see Kubrick's take on that because he's not the type to just throw a smut film.
Yeah,
it's always gonna be very.
There's a point,
layered.
There's a point to it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I should see that.
You should see it. It's really good. You're kind of on the right track with it. I'm not gonna say where you're right or wrong now.
Yeah,
but
I'm still very in the dark about the entire thing.
I went in very in the dark too. I was aware of the like cult orgy shit at some point in it, but I didn't know how it got there.
Yeah,
and seeing how it got there, I'm like, oh shit. Anyway, I saw a lot of that. All those are really good. I don't think he's had a miss.
A lot of
what I've
orgies?
seen. No,
No.
that's out. That's the other podcast.
Yeah.
I also watched in September. I had a lot in September.
Okay.
I saw a movie called Perfect Blue.
I heard that's really good.
It's an anime from 1997. It's like an animated movie, but
that's
it's
right.
anime. It's really good. Oh my god, it's insane. It also has a twist. Twist is also very good. It actually had a double twist. It had me think, because I was trying to predict what's going on, and I thought I had it. And then whenever I can predict something, it's kind of unfair to the movie, but it always kind of brings it down a bit for me if I can like figure out what's going on too early, like before they want me to know what's going on. You know?
I get you.
But for this, I thought I had it, and then they kind of confirmed it, and I was like, oh shit, I got it. And I was like, damn. But then they doubled it, and I was like, holy shit, I was wrong. And it's something even bigger. That happened in Old Boy also. Both of those really good movies. Highly recommend. The animation's also very good.
Okay.
I also saw for the first time Gone Girl.
Dude, Gone Girl is good.
Another movie where you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Really good movie. David Fincher goes hard.
Yeah.
He's got The Killer coming out this month.
Hey, Batfleck's in it.
He is.
Yeah, The Killer is coming out.
I want to see that.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
If I can find it in a theater, I'm going to go to it.
Yeah,
I know it's limited.
It's one of those Netflix bullshits.
Yeah, I hate how they do that because I want to see it in theaters.
They gotta.
I remember how we talked about a Glass Onion, Knives Out, Glass Onion. We were trying to figure out why do they do this bullshit, and I don't know if it was on that post, but I think somebody commented on that video on our YouTube of that episode. It could have been that, or it could have just been I saw it somewhere else online. If it's the comment, like we wish we could shout them out. But
yeah, I'm looking right now.
It could be in our comics. If it's not, it's somewhere else I saw online. But I read that the reason why Netflix does the stupid limited release shit, is they do just enough releases to where it is able to reach the criteria to be nominated, to be allowed to be nominated at award shows.
So they want awards.
Yeah.
That's why they put it in theaters.
So they put it in theaters, but they don't do it a full because that costs more money.
Yeah.
They do it just enough to where it's allowed to be. And I was like, holy shit, that makes so much sense.
It can be considered a...
Yeah. That's why they do it. And when I read that, I was like, holy shit, they're right. That is why they do it.
That's a dumb reason.
Yeah. I agree.
Anyways, what else?
Did I mention Lolita? That's another Kubrick movie.
Yeah, how was that?
It's pretty good. It was kind of long, but it's from 1962.
Okay, that's cool.
It's kind of crazy because he directed it, but I don't believe he wrote the screenplay for this. I think the screenplay was already written by somebody else. So I actually found this movie to be, I could see like some Kubrick in this, but I feel like he would have made this differently if he didn't have limitations. Like I felt like he had limitations in this one. Like, cause he did a lot of like where he would read a book and he would adapt the screenplay. I feel like this one, it wasn't his adapted screenplay he was working with. I feel like, and plus in 1962, back then, things couldn't be released like they can be now.
Yeah.
So I think he would have probably done something differently, but you can still tell that he's telling a story there.
Yeah.
He just obviously had limitations. It's a good movie that talks about like some pretty like it's kind of satire-ish in a way, but it's also talking about pretty serious stuff. It's a good movie.
Okay.
And I watched The Hunger Games for the first time.
Hey.
The first one. I just recently watched the second one also.
The second one goes hard.
The second one's better than the first one,
Yeah.
I think. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I saw Goodfellas for the first time. Really good.
As long as I can remember.
It's a really good
I
movie.
always
Yep.
wanted to be a gangster.
That's how I've been living.
It's so good.
Dude said, I'm a funny guy.
Funny how?
Yeah, funny.
I heard when they did that scene that like that was kind of everyone's real reaction, I guess, around the table.
I guess I didn't know.
Yeah, because it was only
Funny how?
Ray Liotta and Joe Pesci that kind of had it for her, so everyone was kind of like,
I love how Ray Liotta like is like laughing so hysterically.
yeah, he's like,
dude, they're literally like going
like,
crazy. I'm like, yo, it ain't that
his
funny,
face
bro.
is like twisted.
Yeah. I love how after all that shit, he brings it back. He's like, you are a funny guy. After all that shit, I was like, oh man, that's
his character was out of pocket though.
I agree, bro. That's how Jaden be, bro.
Yeah,
like the whole time I was watching, I was like, dude, this is fucking Jaden.
Yeah,
like Jaden be like, Jaden's done that before. I don't know if he's seen this movie, but there's been times where he does a joke where he says something, And then I'm like, oh fuck! Like he takes it seriously. He's like, so you just think that? I'm just like, bro, what do you mean? He's just like, and he'll do the thing where he's like, like I'm just kidding. Like
Bro.
he'll do that. I'm like, bro, stop.
He's a funny guy. Jeez.
I watched Dive and Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul.
There's a long haul movie.
That's the one
Is
where
that
they
the
recast.
recast?
Yeah, and
Where
they were
they
like,
got-
not my Roderick.
Dude, he looks like the fucking child from Horton Hears a Who. You know the goth kid with
Yeah.
like that big the Who face?
Yep,
He literally looks like that.
he does. I watched it just because I was like, I know this is gonna be bad, but I was like, I need to watch to even out all the good shit I've watched recently. I've seen so much Kubrick. I've been seeing the Goodfellas. I'm giving nothing but 4.5, and 5 stars. I'm like, I gotta balance it out with some mid.
Yeah.
So I watched The Long Haul. I gave that shit a 0.5 star, bro. It was just as bad.
Did you
as
even
thought.
review it or it wasn't worth it?
No, I reviewed it. It's up there. Wait, let me see.
I mean, I can read it later.
You can read it on your own.
You don't got to put it on. It's
Yeah,
not worth.
you can read it on your own.
It's not worth the attention.
Yeah, it's not. And I saw recently. This is in theaters. A Haunting in Venice.
Oh, my parents saw that. I didn't get to see it with them, but how was it?
I thought it was pretty good. I like it more than. Have you seen any of the other? Because it's a
Yeah, Agatha Christie's like books are being.
they have one. A Death on the Nile was the last one to come out, and then before that it was the Murder on the Orient Express.
Never read the books in high school.
Damn,
I haven't seen them, but I do like a good whodunit. You know,
I read Murder on the Orient Express. It's a pretty good book.
Yeah,
the movie was solid. I'd give it like a 7. Death on the Nile was not as good.
No.
I'd give that like a 6, maybe a 5.
Damn,
I haven't seen it in a while, but it was pretty.
Yeah,
this one was better than Death on the Nile. I'd give it also like a 7, maybe an 8.
I like the Halloween vibes we kind of get, and there's also a little bit of the supernatural. You know?
Yeah, that's the best part of it. I love how they keep you guessing. You're like, because even him is the dude.
What's his name?
Hercule something. Like,
Hercule.
Yeah, something.
That is a mutter. I love his little fucking mustache
it's
too.
It's like a double like handlebar mustache type thing.
Like fucking 20s.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's worth the watch. It's definitely good for the Halloween.
Maybe I'll
season.
go catch it like on a weekend.
As you should.
I like a good whodunit and in the spirit of kind of a horror. Like
I really liked because I couldn't think
cool.
of any other movies that combine whodunits with like horror. I'm sure there might be one or two out there somewhere, but I was like, I don't think I've seen one like this. Like that's a pretty cool idea. I like the mixing of genres.
Yeah, seems fresh.
It is.
That's cool.
There you go, Nick.
I got a couple other things I didn't mention. I watched Following, which is Christopher Nolan's very first film.
Ooh,
it's a short film. Or it's not a short film, but it's about like an hour 15.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good. Like I could see like how a lot of what the characteristics of what he puts in his movies, like a nonlinear story.
Yeah.
Like certain shots and dialogue. I thought it was pretty well executed. There's like a twist that isn't that big at the end, but like it's pretty satisfying.
That's cool.
And yeah, I've been trying to knock out like all of Christopher Nolan's movies, and I only have one more to see. It's called Insomnia. It has Robin Williams, Al Pacino. It's kind of like a detective chasing a killer.
That's cool.
Kind of movie. I was gonna watch it because it was on one of those free streaming services, but like I got an email that it left the streaming service I think last month.
Damn.
So I think it's somewhere else. It's floating around.
I want to watch that movie, and I also want to watch because I haven't seen these other two. I haven't seen Memento.
Memento is really good.
Really want to see that, and I really want to see The Prestige.
Prestige is the best one.
I've heard that a lot of people say that's the best Nolan movie.
Yeah,
and I haven't seen it. It's never on anything, bro. It's never on streaming when I want to watch it. I don't even know what it's on right now. Actually a couple days ago, I was gonna watch a movie with my parents, and we were looking, and I was like, let's watch Prestige. So I looked it up. It's on nothing, bro. And I was like, where is it? I don't want to pay $5 to watch it. I'm waiting for it to be on streaming.
Yeah.
It's going to be like another year until it's on, bro. I swear.
I know. That's what sucks about streaming is like all these movies that unless you have a hard copy of it, it's kind of just out in the internet.
That's why
to be put on something.
That's why movies that I really like, that I think are like good movies, I've been trying to recently, if I can, and if it's like a good deal and it's not extremely expensive, I've been trying to get them on hard copies, like on a 4K or a Blu-ray release.
Yeah, it's so strange because I feel like when streaming came around, people were like, "Oh, physical media is dead," Blockbuster. But now I feel like it's kind of coming back because, I mean, like we said, like there's some stuff you just can't find. Like you just have to buy it.
I think it's because there's certain shows out there because streaming originally was just like other companies like studios that have already made the movie,
Mhm.
and now it's like like the streaming company, they're making their own content as
Paramount. I think there's an MGM Plus.
well. Yeah, when all that first started happening, it went quick. Like it started with like maybe Stranger Things. I think one of Netflix's first like shows, and it's just exploded. There's so many Netflix movies. There's so many streaming things, and not all of them, especially the ones that have smaller budgets and more niche fan bases, they don't get physical releases.
Yeah.
Like we had Disney Plus, who had like Loki and WandaVision, Mandalorian, huge openings, huge shows.
Yep.
They only just now got physical releases. They didn't have it before.
Yeah, I saw Wanda and Loki got physical releases.
Yeah.
And, you know, like at first I was like, oh, that's kind of dumb. But I was like, you know what? Like, what if someone doesn't want to buy Disney Plus? Like, what if they just want to like see the show?
Yeah.
Have it I mean, collecting physical media is like kind of a novelty. It's cool. Like,
yeah,
having a movie shelf.
And imagine like there's some shows out there, like I think HBO Max did this. And if they didn't, then I know one of them did because I read about this. Some streaming service out there, apparently there was like a couple shows that they just like wiped from their thing. They took it off. Just their own content. They have the rights to it, but they took it off for like tax reasons.
Yeah.
For like just to save a quick buck.
And that's dumb. Like,
and it's dumb because now no one can watch it unless it's like illegally, because the shows that they took off, they don't have releases, like official releases.
It's like you're almost. It's not biting the hand that feeds you. I mean, technically, like, yeah, you're fucking over the fans. Say I pay for Max, and I'm like, dude, let's watch Justice League Unlimited. I'm like, oh fuck, I can't watch it.
Yeah,
I'd rather just cancel my membership and go pirate it. It's like you're almost enticing them to just find other ways to watch stuff than subscribe to your service because it doesn't have everything you say you provide.
Exactly. That's why I've been trying to, when I can, because some of the media is insane, like the prices.
Yeah.
And what's dumb, and
like Steelbooks, Blu-ray, 4K.
For example, like I just saw The Shining, and I didn't mention this, but I saw Doctor Sleep in theaters also.
I heard that was really good.
I really like it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Damn it. You got to see it. It actually, what's cool about it is Stephen King famously didn't like Kubrick's The Shining.
Fuck him. No, I'm just kidding, dude. Dude, it's so good, bro.
It is really good.
It's Stephen King's writing mixed with Kubrick's direction. Like, I feel like it's a one of one thing, bro.
It's insane.
Never, like, bro, they're never gonna have a crossover like that.
It's really
bro.
good.
And if you've ever seen Stephen King try to make his own book adaptations to movies, like,
oh, man.
like Christine.
Have you seen his version of The Shining?
He has a version?
He has a version. We should watch it, honestly.
Wait, are you serious?
Wait, you know how we talked about doing an original versus reboot thing?
Yeah.
Like that show, like last week's episode?
Yeah.
Bro, we should do that, and we should do it for stuff like that. Like, there's a Shining movie that Stephen King made, and he did the screenplay on it and all that. We should do it for the Kubrick Shining versus that. Are you looking at it?
It says it's a TV show.
It's a TV movie.
It's a one season. Oh, a TV. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. It's like a split up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got Michael Douglas. I kind of fuck with that. But
I've seen some parts of it, and they just look so like insane, like in terms of what we got, like the changes. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to judge it. But
I mean, it's got a 71 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay,
like
that's not as bad. But yeah, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't really mean.
Well, that's the audience score. Actually, there's really no critic score.
Oh, okay. But anyway, what was I even going to get into?
Well, you said you saw The Shining.
Yeah, what was I going to talk about though? We got into a tangent.
I'm sorry. Oh, well,
we good.
You said Stephen King didn't like The Shining.
Famously, he didn't like it.
Yeah.
What was I going with it though? Oh, I was going to say because Doctor Sleep.
Oh, right.
Stephen King likes the movie, and the movie does it. It's insane because the movie manages to honor Stephen King's work, but it also connects directly to Kubrick's Shining.
Yeah, because doesn't it follow Danny like he's older?
It does, yeah, and that the book does as well. But it's cool because it's not just like they just do the book like how Stephen King would. Like they clearly very intentionally take inspiration from Kubrick and like The Shining.
Is Doctor Sleep another book separate from The Shining? Or
yes.
Is Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so it's not just like a spin-off, a sequel for no reason.
It's done good. What I'm saying is basically it honors Kubrick and it also honors Stephen King.
Okay.
So it managed to do. I actually, when it was coming out, I was like surprised that Stephen King liked it because he usually is very particular about that type of thing. But anyway,
give me 1 second. I'm trying to see who directed that hoe.
I think it was
Mike
Flanagan.
Yeah, Mike Flanagan.
Yeah,
he's goated.
He is.
He's got a lot of good shit. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, well, I was talking about Nolan. Oh, so a couple of my last watches just to wrap it up.
Yep.
I watched Limitless with Bradley Cooper. It's a pretty good movie. He takes a pill and gets his life together. I could relate, you know. I felt like I had to get my life together in that moment. Then I watched The Invisible Man. I was on Max, and they have their different. There's a section where it's like explore your favorite brand, and it's like DC, Cartoon Network.
They have one for Nolan?
No.
Oh, my bad.
This is it's like the Turner Classic Movies.
Oh yeah.
So it's all like the 40s, 30s, kind of old.
The OGs.
Yeah, the like, what is it called? The monster, the Universal monster, whatever.
You watched The Invisible Man?
Yeah, I watched The Invisible Man. It was pretty good. I know we talked about this last episode. I do want to watch Frankenstein's Bride, and then I also want to watch The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I've seen Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, if like these movies, I feel like they're the perfect length. They're like an hour 15, an hour 20 tops.
Yeah, and what's crazy is, I could be wrong about this, but they might be the first like ever like cinematic universe.
Yeah, like
they all take place together.
Yeah, they all exist within like the different universe and books of like what they came from, and it's really cool because a lot of them rely on in camera and practical effects. So it's the workmanship that goes behind it is like much to be appreciated.
The aesthetic of them is like I really love the aesthetic. I would love to see people rely more on like studio, because you can tell like I've seen the Wolfman. I don't know if you have.
No.
There's a part where he's the Wolfman at that point, and he's in the woods.
Yeah.
But they're clearly not like in actual woods. They're in a studio somewhere, and they have like in the very far back, like that's like a backdrop.
Yeah.
But like it looks good. Like you can tell that they like were aware that this was going to be in black and white. So they were like, okay, if we use fog in this way and like make our like trees that look this way, the aesthetic just matches. It looks so good.
Yeah.
Practical.
Dude, practical effects are good, bro.
I've been telling you.
Bring them back.
I agree. All
right, so going into October, just the beginning, I saw The Exorcist. We talked about this last episode. Really good. Came out almost 50 years ago. I feel like it still holds up. You could tell, like, I mean, for the time it was made, it was insane, and I think it was definitely like one of those movies that changed the whole like horror scene. Like, like at that time, like no shit was coming out like The Exorcist. But yeah, I really enjoyed The Exorcist. And then my most recent watch, I think I saw this yesterday or 2 days ago. I went to Draft House. I saw 2 short films by this director, Pedro Almodovar. He did a short film with Pedro Pascal and Ethan Hawke. It was pretty good. It was really short though. But after the short showed, there was another one that came on with Tilda Swinton. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of like, this short was made around the time of COVID. So it kind of like echoed like, you know, themes of loneliness, isolation, stuff like that. I thought it was pretty well acted, because literally the whole short, she's like, she puts her AirPods in and she's on a call with someone that she's kind of had a past relationship. Mm-hmm. So the whole short is like she's just monologuing, and you kind of have to imagine what's going on the other side of the phone. That's cool. So it was pretty cool. And then after the shorts finished, they were both 30 minutes apiece. There was another 30-minute like interview of the director Pedro, kind of just talking about both films, and the interviewer was asking really good questions. That's cool. And it was really insightful. Yeah, like it was a pretty cool experience. Damn, that's cool. Underrated director. Speaking of shorts, I've been wanting to see the recently released like anthology of shorts released on Netflix by Wes Anderson. Oh yeah, the story of Henry Sugar. Yeah. And then there's another one I think called The Swan. There's 4 of them. There's 4? I thought there was only going to be 2. There's 4. 2. That's crazy. Yeah, and apparently there's they all connect in some way. Yeah, they're all based off like Roald Dahl's like books. And I've heard there's an order. Like you can watch them out of order by accident. So you want to I don't know the order. Look it up for yourself, but if you're going to watch it, make sure you know that, cuz I didn't know that. I was just going to watch whatever intrigued me first. But I saw that online, and they were like, "Oh yeah, make sure like this is like the way you're supposed to watch it." And it's just release order. Yeah. So like he released one on this day, then one the next day, and so on. Ah, okay. Yeah, but I've been meaning to watch that. I really want to get into that. Yeah, it looks really good, dude. I should definitely watch it. And they're pretty short, like bite sized. Little bite sized thing. All right, well, that's everything.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah.
We caught up.
Yeah, we finally caught up.
Let's see when the next time we do one of these is.
Probably November.
It's called like weekly watches, but we be doing it every 2 months.
Monthly. Yeah. It's like weeklies.
Monthly manifest. Manifesto.
Monthly movies. I don't know.
Oh, monthly movies.
Something
Oh,
like
that's kind of
that.
cool. All right. Anyway, that's this week's episode. We'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure to follow on Twitter. We're on our X. We're on X. We're on Discord. Our letterboxes are down there.
Reddit.
Nick be streaming.
No, I don't.
Nick's gonna be streaming the new Spider-Man 2.
No.
Be sure to lock in.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Goodbye.